Hello everyone, welcome to my corner of the world. Hope you're out there today. I've been gone a few weeks and I'll share with you in a few moments what I've been up to in that time, but I'm just waiting for everything to come together here. I can see that I'm up on the screen. I'm just waiting for it all to come through. There, I can see myself now. Perfect. Okay, well, welcome to Sunday, May, I think is it 19th or the 20th, something around that, about that. So if you are out there watching me, perhaps you'll go ahead and make a comment in the live chat on the right hand side of the screen there. Let me know you're there. I'd certainly love to hear from you. So we have a new catalogue, and so today I decided I would use some of the products from that new catalogue, and we, as always, are going to do something from scratch. So we're literally going to start with an idea and take it from there. Hi Victoria, yeah, my hands. Okay, so it struck me that it's Father's Day next month, so maybe a Father's Day themed card would be a good way to go. So one of the new papers is this one. It's called Take to the Sky, and it's got these papers which you could cut up into bits, card fronts and stuff like that, tags. But that's kind of a good sort of fella type theme on these, which I thought would be great for a Father's Day card. So we're going to pick that, and I'm also going to be using a brand new colour. This is what's known as a core colour, which means it's going to be available for the foreseeable future. I don't know, 10 years, 5 years, whatever. And it's called Basic Beige, and it is a lovely, lovely neutral. Those of you who remember Sahara Sand, that was a big favourite of mine. It went with practically anything. That kind of had a bit of a brownier tinge. This one has got a bit more of a yellowier tinge. So I thought we would use that one. I got this stamp set, which it's got Happy Father's Day, but you could also use it for a birthday card celebrating you today. So this is a good stamp set for the fellas in our lives. And oh, I thought I'd also bring in a blue, so I'm going to use Misty Moonlight as well. And oh yes, I dragged out some twines. Yeah, fella theme. Yeah, the blokes in our lives, if we're gonna speak English. And I've also pulled out some embellishments which we may or may not use depending on when we get to the end of the card. And I've also pulled these out. I think it might be nice to use some circles, so that's what we're going to do. So the first thing you all have to, oops, that's dropped something on the floor. The first thing that you all are going to have to decide is the paper that we're going to use. So I'm going to use the back sides. So we've got some nice blues, we've got a grey, but I think it'll be lost against there. But anyway, so we've got a nice grey. We've got another nice greyish, smoky slate, night of navy. I think that's clayey. And that one, well, and yeah, I don't, those haven't got a good sort of neutral pattern. So I'm thinking that if we use this for our card base, then those aren't going to really work. If we use this for a card base, they would work, but they wouldn't. But if we use this for our card base, we've got two blues and then this copper clay colour, which I think would be quite nice. So that is what we have at the moment. So if you've got any thoughts about what we should use as the paper, then we can come back to that in a few minutes. So we're gonna, I think we just do an easy fun fold for today. So let's get my trimmer out. I'm going to try and make this a bigger card. So if we cut this away, okay, so that means that we could do a gatefold card like this, blue, okay. Okay, blue for the card itself. Okay, I can do blue for the card itself. As long as we get to use that basic beige. We've got we've got to use that one because it's a new colour and I need to use it. I need to use it. I have to. Right, okay. Now, we have to end up with a card. So as I was saying, but maybe we go like this. Could do it like that. But that would probably make too big a card. Because that would be like 5.5. That would make a square, wouldn't it? So, I think we've got to make a bit of a fancy here, folks. So, if we start with like 4 1/4, that gives us one piece. So that can give us like the back of our card. What are you saying there, Victoria? Basic, yeah, it could be a panel. Yeah, embellish the front. Yeah, I think you're thinking the way I am. And let me get an envelope out because I'm a bit of a visual person. So that would work. And then if we put another score, so we can do, so that needs to be, get the old ruler out and see what this piece is. 2.5. 2.5. Just a smidge under 2.5. Okay, let's go ahead with just a smidge under 2.5. Right. So now, yeah, I like to do different types of folds as well. So how about that? How about we do that? Does that kind of work? We could have a panel here and a panel there. And then we can have a piece inside that's got our To You, Love From Me on it. And then we'll think about something to do on the inside. Now, this is a little bit crushed. Can you see it's kind of bulging there? I am just going to take the merest sliver off of the edge of that, which then should make it sit nice and, yeah. So can you see it sits nice and flat? And then when I've got that there like that, it's just slightly off of the a fold. So I'm just going to double check, make sure it goes in an envelope before we go any further. Okay. Right. All right. So let's get rid of that little sliver. And now we've got our papers. We have our papers. Okay. So this one ain't going to work with that, because, but maybe that side will. We could maybe use some aeroplanes. I think these are going to get lost. And that side's not going to work. That colour, that's Mossy Meadow. I'm not sure that goes with that. But we do have these other two neutrals. Let's see what we've got. Ooh, nice. So that's on the back of that one. What do we think? Do we think the clouds might be good? What do we think? I like those clouds. What else have we got? What did I do with the other one? Oh. And then there's this one, which looks a bit like, if you can see this, riveted metal. So maybe we could put that on the inside, that on there. Okay, let's have a look. Use the planes and the rivet is nice. Not about, don't you like the clouds? I kind of like the clouds. Can we use the clouds? Or should we use the planes? How about that? Oh, let me do it like that. Do we like that? Clouds for sure. And planes. Okay. Right. I'm going to put the clouds on this piece. So this needs to be like, well, that's 4 1/8. So if I want to do it 1/4 inch smaller, that needs to be 3 7/8. Okay, so 3 7/8, making sure we've got it in the right orientation and we haven't got sideways clouds. And that's got to be 5 1/4, like that. So we'll stick that one there. Okay, everyone say aye. And then did we want the planes, this one? Or shall I do the rivets? Okay, I'm going to do the rivets on the outside. So that's 2 3/8, so I'm going to cut that 2 1/8. This paper doesn't appear to have a direction, so we're going to do 2 1/8. Ooh. By 5 1/4. Ah, yeah, you can join in. You can join in. Absolutely. I need your input. So how are we doing on that? Then I thought, so we can use lots of different of these papers because they are so lovely. Shall we put the planes on the inside? So let me measure this. I think it's 2 1/8. Did I say 2 1/8? This doesn't have a direction, I don't think, because the planes are all over the place, so we don't have to be mindful. by 5 1/4. So I'm not sticking anything down just yet in case we change our minds. So that's what we've got. So we could do that there, that there, that there. So the planes and like the clouds are sort of together. We'll put a plain piece of white in there to write your to you, love from me. And that's a bit big, so we need to trim that down. So that needs to be 4 by 5 1/4. Oh, this is going to be a really special card because it's just going to have tons and tons of papers on it. Aren't they lovely? Ooh, I'm getting quite excited. Yeah, you've gone very quiet, Victoria. You don't have to be. We can. This is all about a joint effort. Okay. Okay. So I'm thinking. You like to watch me. So we just need to put a piece of paper inside. So I don't want to use the clouds again. So there's this one with aeroplanes, but it's using browns. I think I got enough aeroplanes. Do you think I got enough aeroplanes? Maybe we could use the back side of one of the others. Let's see. Or maybe we can just use the same one twice. Could we use that one? So that's on the inside, that's there, and that's there. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, you accidentally turned me off? Oh, don't know what to make of that. Right. So, what we have is we're going to have like that. Then when we open it, we get the aeroplanes with the clouds. And then we're going to open that. And we're going to get our to you, love from me. And then we could have this on the inside. All right, so I'm not going to stick anything down until we're absolutely 100% sure that that's what we're going to go with. Because I've been caught like that before. And I'm not going to get caught like it again. Right. So now what we got to do is we got to think about decorating it up. So we have a dad fishing, holding a bike, and then, I don't know, pointing something somewhere. So let's just have a look at the front of the card again. Let's see how this is going to go. So I thought that we could do something like that on the front. Where did that bit go? Yeah, so that bit's there. So I thought we could do something like that. On there, and so then that opens then. So, oh, and I got these. These are interesting. They're like circles. I've not used them. So I've got circles and they've kind of got little holes, they're kind of perforated. So that image would fit nicely on there. Let's see what the others do. So that's the biggest one. I'm going to come in a little bit because now we're dealing with little bits. Hope that didn't make you feel seasick. So we could do that one, we just sort of cut the feet off a tinsy bit. Or we could go with the fishing. Let's push me over here a bit because I'm off centre. I'm out of practice, aren't I? So we could do the guys fishing. Actually, that will fill up more of the circle. So what do you think? I think I'll quite like that. Right, okay. Let's do some cutting. And then we can see. So we're going to cut this big one. Going to cut that big one, regardless of what we stamp. Regardless of what we stamp. What did I do with the plates? There we go. So we're just going to need to trim this piece of card down a little. It won't go in this mini. I love my mini, and I can use it whenever I can. There we go. So we can do that. There. Right. So that's a nice circle. Now this one's interesting. This one, well, let's see what this one does. I haven't had a chance to experiment with my new dies like I normally do. So we're gonna see what this one does. See what it does, because it looks interesting. So while I'm cranking this on through, let's see what we've got. Okay, so this gives us, okay, so here, so there's the piece on the inside. So this means that you could perhaps take a square or a plain circle die, and then you could make a bigger one. Not quite sure, but anyway, let's see what happens. That's a bit too small to be layered on there, isn't it? So maybe, baby, we could just do that. Does anybody have any thoughts on that one? And then we could stamp on there, and then maybe, oh, not that set, this one, there it is. Maybe we could do, let's see if there's room. I don't think there's room for Happy Father's Day, but let's see. Celebrating you today, how's that going to work? I wonder if we could put celebrating you today there, and then when we open it up like that, we could put Happy Father's Day, and there's another one here that says thank you, Dad. here we go. We could put thank you, Dad on the inside. And we've got some seagulls here. You see those seagulls? Maybe we could fill in an empty space with some seagulls. Okay, right. I think what I've got to think now what ink to use. We could use basic grey, or we could use black. I think either of those would give us a good finish. Okay, well, while I think, let's get some blocks on the go. So we said that we would, that's not big enough, Sind. We said that we would have him, we would do this one like that. We do our little seagulls. Then we've got thank you, Dad. Got them all on blocks. And there was one more, wasn't there? There it is. Happy Father's Day. So let's put that on a block. Right. So using a scrap, we're going to use a scrap of card, and we're going to test to see which colour we like best. So let's just do Happy Father's Day. So this is going to be the grey there, and then I'll wipe this off, she says, hopefully. And then we'll do the other one in black and see, because the black's a bit harsh usually, but hey. Well, there's not a lot in it. So there's the black and there's the grey. So I'm going to go with, oh dear. Maybe I'll go with the black. It's just a little bit more definition. Right. Let's go with the black. Right. Okay. So we're going to have to be a bit careful for this one. And I'm going to kind of put it in the corner. Hopefully you can see. No, you can't. So there. Oh, that's quite nice. So where's my other one? Celebrating you today. That's a nice one to say, isn't it? Celebrating you today. Let's just test that so I don't snafu that one. There we go. I think that's good. Then if we just put a few seagulls to cover up the empty space. Oh, I like that. I like those seagulls. That really pops. In fact, I like those seagulls so much, I'm going to put a few on the To You Love From Me piece. Hey, how about that? Oh, it's worth those seagulls. So that goes there. So we've used this one. So now what did we say we were going to do with Happy Father's Day. We put Happy Father's Day. Oh, just a sec. We've got another little nice circle in here. Right, okay. Let us cut a circle out of some more white. Got a bit of a scrap here. You like the black? Well, yeah, I went that way. Thank you. So there's a bit of a delay between you typing something and me getting it. So I'm sorry if I didn't see that earlier. So, happy Father's Day. And you just know we've got to put in another one of those seagulls, don't we? We can't not have a seagull in there now. There we go. So there's that. So what have we got left to do? Right, so I promised to tell you what I've been up to for the last 11 weeks. So my husband and I have been in the UK and we've been visiting family and with friends and sightseeing and doing all the things that you like to do when you're on holiday. And we got back last Monday, which was the 13th, and I have to say that getting over the jet lag has been worse this time than I think it ever has been. And I used to do an awful lot of international flying when I was in business, but oh my goodness me, I was awake at 4:30 on Tuesday morning, and then 5 o'clock every morning since. And I'm just hoping that I can get into a bit more of a normal routine. Yeah, but it is bummer. Jet lag is a bummer. But it was worth it. It was truly worth it. And last Sunday it was my sister's birthday, and we spent the day with her, and I haven't spent my sister's birthday with her for probably 40 years. And we had all the family there, all the generations. So there's like 3 generations, and it was just fantastic. Okay, so there we are. How are we doing so far? I'm going to stick this bit on as well. Got the courage of my convictions now, and sticking everything down. Oops, I keep knocking my light with the camera on it with my glasses. So we're going to try and get back into a normal routine of getting together every Sunday and doing some stuff with cards. I'm thinking that we need a bit of something around the edge here. That's going to look like that. That's okay. That's going to look fine, but I think it's a bit lost. Oh, just a, oh no, we can't do that. Let's see. It'll come clear in a minute when I've finished my thought process. Right, I've got a few little bits in there. Let's get them out. I'm just wondering if I could cut a blue one and then offset so that the blue showed through there, but it's a bit dodgy. Oh well, I'll give it a go. I'm going to give it a go. You know, assuming it's not going to work without checking it out. It's a fool's game, right? That's what they say about assume. Makes an ASS of you and me. So and that's in the donkey sense of the word. Right, let's see what we can get. It would be nice to do a slightly bigger circle, blue circle, but that's not going to be possible. Let's get that out of the way. Now, you see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to offset that there. Let's see if that's going to work. If it's not going to work, I'm going to cry, because we've done so much work already. Right. I think we've managed to do it. Let's get my bone folder out here and see if I can just smooth all that together. And I realised I haven't really done any of my folds here. That's thicker, and I think that's given it a bit more presence with the blue dots showing through. So we can say Happy Father's Day, thank you, Dad. But thank you, Dad. I'm usually pretty slow at doing Father's Day cards because I lost my dad 14 years ago now, and I tend to not sort of think about it so much. I don't like that idea. I'm gonna have to get my head in, I think, so I can line it up. Let's see if I can make this work without getting my head in the screen. Oh, look at that. That's not bad, is it? All right, so is it time for just a little few, I think it is, seagulls. Okay, so what tells you I love this seagull stamp? Alrighty. So I think all we need now to do is, because time is getting on, we're going to attach this to here. Seagulls in the sky with the clouds. And we're going to stick, let's get some dimensionals for this little beauty. Well, I've only got some little ones. Oh well, we just use little ones. I tidied up my my workbench before we went away, and of course I can't find anything now, can I? And I need to make sure that I put this on the right way, because you have to put it on the right way, Cindy. So that way I've got to put them there. Like that. So take the backing off. And center that up. And I did say that I had a little bit of embellishment in terms of, and I can't find them now. Oh, I've got some of this ribbon. So this is the matching ribbon for this. It's going to look a bit lost. Well, what did I do with the? There they are. So I've got some of these. So these are like little sort of starburst studs. I'm not quite sure whether that's the right way up or that's the right way up. We could put a couple of those down. We could put some little, oh, I've got some nice sort of bluey, sort of pearly things. And then I've got some nice linen thread, which we could, but I think that's going to be too much, don't you? We could use some of these, a couple of gold, because you know me, you know, bling, I can't help it. I'm drawn to it like a moth to a flame. I can't help it. Can't put pink on there. Okay. I'm not going to do it. I'm not. I'm going to be really strong here, and I'll use them on something else at a later date. So now we are going to call it done. We are calling our card done. Oh, a thread for the fishing theme? Well, if I'd have thought beforehand, I could have threaded some of it through there, couldn't I, Victoria? But, you know, I guess what, okay, let's just quickly do this and see if this works. So I'm just going to fold my piece of linen thread in half, and I'm going to do like a double bow, like this, like this, like this, like this. Right. And then, so we could leave it like, kind of like that, or I could actually cut these and make them into like a little bunch, but I'm not going to do that. Let's just do this. Otherwise we'll still be doing this at dinner time. But here we have, in just under an hour, we have a card from start to finish that we had absolutely no idea what it was going to look like, what we were going to do when we started an hour ago. But now we've got a really cool card, really one for maybe Father's Day. And we've got lots of sort of masculine themes, and I quite like it. I really do. So the only thing I haven't done is my envelope. And just to be quick and easy, I'm going to do, you guessed it, there. Back with those seagulls. That's our theme. Right. So thank you for joining me today. I do hope that you've enjoyed it. Yes, Victoria, I will see you at Sit and Stitch tomorrow. And I will be back next week at the same time. If you've enjoyed the video, perhaps you'll go ahead, give me a thumbs up. And if you don't already subscribe, perhaps you'll go ahead and do that for my channel. And as I say, I look forward to seeing you next time. And thank you for choosing to spend some time with me today. Well, thank you and bye-bye for now.